Hey friends, welcome back to another week here at Made by Seoenz. My name is Heidi So and my husband is Juan Carlos Enriquez, and together we are Seoenz. So this week we wanted to show you guys what we've been working on for the past couple of weeks and on and off for the past month. We've been working at this home. Um, so this home, it's actually by Riverbend. That's the area that it's called here at by Sunland Park Casino. We're probably like 2-3 minutes away from the Sunland Park Casino. We're very close. We're on the west side of El Paso. This is a very upcoming area. But the home that we're actually going to talk about today is a very old townhome. So initially, when the owners bought this home, it was already like a separate space, and they converted it into like a duplex, but it's not a duplex because it's still the same home. So before we got in here, there was a door connecting both places. It was just kind of like, hey, don't go in that door. And now we've completely separated making it an actual 2 different units. That way we can have more Airbnb listings for the same property. So again, that's something that we always recommend. When you buy a property for Airbnb, you still have to pay all the utilities. You have to pay all the property taxes. You have to pay everything. So it's better to have a home where you can actually, it has some potential of separation or making it into more than one unit. That way, the same mortgage payment that you are giving to this home, it's actually going to bring you back more income. So without further ado, let's go and take a look at this home. Again, we've been working a lot on it, and I'm going to show you the bigger house first, since we have a little time. For the studio, we've been doing a lot of work, and I don't want to stop them right now. So here we are. This is the bigger side of the space. The home initially was a 3-bedroom and 2 baths. Now they converted it into a 3-bedroom, 2 baths, but through that wall that's right there, we have what it used to be a bigger living area, and it was just like a big living room. It has the fireplace through that wall. So now that it's completely separate, this home, it's the main house. And it kept the bedrooms. And on the other side, now with the fireplace and all that thing going on, then it's more of a studio deal. And we have they've added a bathroom that we are not touching because it's a lot of work right now. But they also added a kitchen where it used to be like a storage space. But yeah, so that's the deal with the studio. Now here we are at the main house. We've added all new recessed lights. We're gonna add a fan in the middle. Those are gonna be completely put out. And for this home, I'm going for a more of a Southwest style vibe. That's why we have the very rustic, furniture. We're gonna try and keep that Southwest feel going throughout the home, but obviously making some definitely updates with the lighting, right? We always need better lighting. So we have this will be, can you go back here? So as you enter, you see the dining room, and then there used to be a wall right there. We brought down that wall and we opened it up so that we have a more of an open concept. But we actually had to switch around the whole kitchen. In the wall that we removed, the gas line used to run down through the roof, well, through the ceiling, and we had the stove there. Now that I changed up the layout of the kitchen, we had to move the gas line. We moved it actually to the other where between the studios. Um, yeah, we had to hire a plumber so he could move the gas line. So what it comes with plumbing and gas and most of the electric work we don't do. We only do like little things, maintenance stuff like, hey, this is leaking. Or for example, like running the recess lights. My husband, now he knows how to run the recess lights. So that's a very minor update. Changing the fan, the ceiling fans. Those are like very easy updates. Once you have like a little bit of experience. But when it comes to gas, when it comes to plumbing, like we always recommend you guys to hire an expert, to hire someone that has a license, because it's very dangerous to do something and then if you don't do it correctly, you're having guests here that are paying, and imagine if some accident were to happen, like you have to have some sort of insurance and liability issues, get rid of those. So anyways, moving forward, so we have the kitchen now. The kitchen's going to be a full-on kitchen. We have a dishwasher, we have a over-the-range microwave, we have the refrigerator, and within that same kitchen we have what it used to be like the laundry space. So we're going to try and figure out a way that we can redesign the laundry space so that it feels a little bit more like flowing around the whole area. But really quickly, let's just move on and we're going to show you, here is the space, the hallway. We have a one bathroom here. This is like a shared bathroom. This is the shared bathroom within the guests. And then we have the master bedroom. The master bedroom, it has its own small bathroom. It's not like a bathroom, like a master bath, but it has its own bathroom. We are gonna have to actually redesign that whole bathroom, just for not just cosmetic stuff, but it's in a bit of bad shape. So we want to redo that one. But this is the master. We're gonna change the ceiling fans, add a couple of recess lights. And then we have two other small bedrooms. This is one of the small bedroom. It has its own closet space. And then this is the second small bedroom. And again, it also has some closet space. When it comes to Airbnb, you don't need a lot of closet space. We usually do very like small closet space. But one thing that we've noticed is that with mid stays coming a little bit higher, there's a lot of people that are not staying long term per se, like a year, but they are staying a couple of months in. So we're trying to like provide them a good closet space, not like a massive, walk-in closet, but something that it's, livable for them to have their 3-month stay, their 13 weeks here, and it feels a little bit better. So this whole house, it's gonna be listed as a whole unit. We're not gonna separate the bedrooms. We're not gonna do any of that. It's gonna be the whole unit that we're gonna be listing. So again, to recap, we have this home. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It is a smaller home because they separated it into a studio as well. But we have, again, the living area. We have the open concept of the kitchen. And you can tell that we had to rework a lot of the electric here because the switches used to be behind the door. And that's very inconvenient. So we moved it just a little bit over so that we could see, it's everything that I do when I do a design, I try to be practical with it. How are my guests not going to have any like questions? How are they going to be like, moving around? It's going to be much easier. What I love about this home is that we do have a pool. We do have a shed back there. Obviously, it's not ideal right now. It's not working. We still had to do maintenance on it. We still had to get it up and running. But once we're done with this backyard, you guys are going to be like, wow, I can't believe that was the ugly backyard that we were seeing, full of weeds and everything. But yeah, my plan for this backyard, obviously, it's, start running the waterfall towards the pool, make sure that the pool's running correctly. We're also going to be adding some string lights back here. We're going to make it a very like chill space that can be shared with all guests, and that's like one of my main focus, you know, to fix up the backyard, to get this grill up and running. You know, it's very cool features that I have never done before. The properties that we have usually are apartments or duplex or fourplex, so you know, we don't have like that home vibe going on. But with this home, we do have that, so we're gonna try and take advantage of it and see how far we can go by fixing it up. So my husband did see the better side of this home when it was, you know, like, how would I say, like habitat by someone. Anyway, sorry about that. So anyways, we just came in through the back door. Now, this is the back door for the studio that we were talking about. With this studio, it was a big mess, and it still is, but most of the stuff has been fixed. But we do have everything running around. We did remove, there was a lot of paneling, like wood paneling. And the wood paneling that I'm talking about is actually the one that you see on those beams. We are gonna remove that paneling from the beams as well. But up until right now, we have, okay, gracias. So right now what we're doing is that we finished doing, removing all the paneling. We added the sheetrock, but obviously after the sheetrock comes the compound. So they're adding right now texture to everything. And then I want a skim finish. So the skim finish that I want, they have to use like different tools to get it. But yeah, so this is what they're doing right now. Like it's very cool to see. And then this is the kitchen. It's a very small kitchen. Yeah? No? Okay. So it's a very small kitchen. But this used to be a full, like an entire wall. And we were able to open it up. And this design that I have for the studio, we're gonna let them finish up because I feel like I'm screaming at the microphone, and I'm so sorry guys about that, of me screaming. But anyway, so for the studio, there used to be a lot of wood paneling throughout the entire studio. It was very dark. It was very ugly. We didn't like it at all. There was nothing to work with it because when it's paneling, you can't paint it. The only way to get rid of the paneling color is by removing the panel and then putting new panel. It's very hard to remove a color because you would first have to sand it down so that it could actually grasp some paint color. And then imagine how much time it would take us to sand down and then repaint. It's much easier to remove the paneling and add new sheetrock. So that's what we did. We removed the paneling, we added new sheetrock. That's what they're finishing up right now. The other things that we added to that kitchen was that, you know, like I mentioned, there used to be a wall there. We opened it up in a more circular area, in a circular form. I'm going for a very European cottage feel for this studio. So it's completely different from the actual home. You know, the home we're doing Southwest style. For the studio, I decided to go for a more of a European. I really like it. I think it's gonna look great. And now that we've removed all the wood paneling, the whole studio brightens up a lot. Now the studio does have 2 skylights, and I think that's very useful too because within that skylights, we're able to save a lot of electricity. Usually during the day, like we never need to turn on any lights. Like the skylights provide a lot of lighting. Right now, they don't even have any lights on. Like it's just through the skylights that they're actually doing the work. So it's very good to have some skylights, I think, for your home, especially if you want to do some saving, like energy saving, like that's very good. For our apartments, we usually have skylights on all the bathrooms, and they work great too. But okay, let's go and you guys can check it out how they're actually skimming the walls. Because I don't like any texture on my walls. I think that's very like an old sort of 90s feel. Right now, I like everything to be super smooth. So we're back, and this is how they're actually skimming the walls. They added the texture, and now they're skimming them down. So it's really nice to see. Very therapeutic for a lot of people. But anyway, so we added that new fan, and we're also going to be removing that pendant light. I already ordered the new pendant lights. But okay, so we are not allowed to paint the fireplace, even though I wanted to paint the fireplace white. So that's why we had to cover it up, make sure that nothing, no paint, no compound, no nothing gets on it. Because it's not that you can't remove it, it's the fact that it's gonna take us more time to clean it later on, and we don't have the time. So it's better just to cover up whatever you can't, paint. Now that's another thing, right? Like usually I'm allowed to do as I need or as I wish with my designs, but this is still not my home, right? This is not my property. We're doing this as a co-host service. We're doing this as staging service. We're doing this as design service. So the owners still have the last say when it comes to doing stuff. And we respect, whatever the owner decided to choose for the final design outcome. But everything else it's coming out really great. We're actually gonna be adding an extra beam through here. This is gonna be the bedroom. So this is gonna be a king size bed right here. And then we're having a bar area in the middle. And we're gonna have some stools right under. That way we don't have a dining room area because this is a very small studio. So we have what will be the living area, and then we have the bedroom, and then we will have like the small dining where we'll have the bar set up right there, the bar set up. And then we have the kitchen. So it now that we opened up the wall, you could see that how it all connects, how it all ties down together. And it's gonna look great. So we're very excited for the kitchen. I do wanna add, all the countertops are gonna be here, and then we're gonna add an extra countertops on that wall. We're gonna add a cabinet, and then we're gonna do all of floating shelves all throughout the rest of the kitchen. We're also adding a hood top, that range hood that my husband's gonna make. So I mean, there's still obviously a lot of things that we are working on right now, but our ETA, our time of what we're planning on finishing, definitely it's one more week. So we only have one more week to finish up this studio, just the studio. That's a good thing. We don't have, we need more time to finish up the entire home. But right now we're finished. Oh, I forgot to show you guys this. So these are called niches, I think. And I really like to add these when I don't have where to put like shelf space, or that way you, like the guests can put something there. They can like rest their phone. They can put like, maybe we can even do like some sort of lamps, like small, those lamps that you just stick on the top of the sheetrock. So we're very excited about it. We're looking forward to it. And that's pretty much it. Did I forget to add something? Yeah, so, well, guys, thank you so much for, tuning in another week. We're working very hard. We have a lot of work. We have a lot of things moving all at once, but we're working to make them all happen. So we're very thankful for your following. We're very thankful that you guys, are watching us and are following us and, supporting us. So thank you so much. I want to say, obviously, follow us on Made by Seoenz. I do have my Instagram where it's EP Texas Airbnb. If you guys have any sort of questions or you want a consultation about it, for this home, our process was the consultation first. Obviously, even though we knew the owners, we wanted to do a consultation first, let them know like what we could expect for income wise, but also what needed to be done in order to get the house up and running. I always said like, hey, if you don't want to touch, if you don't want me to let me touch this house in a design aspect, I can't really put it on Airbnb. You know, you guys know our work, you guys know our portfolio, so that's something that we're very proud of. You know, our branding, it's taking off. So, and it's all happening because of you guys, because of all your support. So, you know, we're really excited, and you know, great things are coming along. So if you guys want to tag along with our Airbnb adventures, then definitely either check out YouTube channel, check us out on Instagram, on Facebook. And if you guys want to be part of it, then yeah, I mean, send me a message, email Heidi@seoenz.com, or send me a message through any of the social media, and I'll be happy to give you guys a consultation and figure out where to go from there. So that was all for this week, and thank you guys so much. We'll see you next week.